It's up again. All right, title: Marriage is your first ministry. I know I've been dealing with women for a while, and anybody who knows me, been dealing with me, knows this, okay? I've seen a lot, I've heard a lot, and it's about time we try to fix a few things. Now, this video might not be for you. If you don't want to work on your marriage, by all means, this is only for the people who are trying to work on their marriage and want to build it up. Marriage is your first ministry. How can we teach people the word and show them the word if we don't demonstrate it in our own houses? Your patience, your temperance, your gentleness, all of these things, your long suffering, you will be tested in your marriage to bring these things out of you. One thing I noticed about marriage is it shows you you. Because we're so busy picking this other person apart. You hear me? When we are around each other all the time, and when you get that, you get irritated because you get to learn things more. I learned more in my marriage about me than I did when I was single. Because we hop in and we just think it's going to be all rainbows and bubbles, and you get here and you like, okay, didn't know all this. And you have to operate differently. You can't operate the same way you used to, out of anger and spite and that mouth and attitude and bitterness and resentment. And I've had a couple marriage groups, and it's been a struggle, y'all. It's been a struggle because I am pouring out my heart, trying to teach people as I learn, because mine is not perfect, but I'm learning as I go. And I'm like, yes, I'm gonna teach my sisters as I go how I got up out of this hump, or doing this, or better ways to deal with the things that you're dealing with. Not everybody is wanting to fix their issue. We like to put the blame always on the other person. And right now, this is a problem. In marriage and all of that, you've got to start looking inside. Why do I react this way? Why do I say things like this? Why am I mad about this? Why, the first thing I do is this instead of pray, or what have you. We just pick this other person apart. He's this, he's that, he's controlling, I've heard it all. And I'm not singling anybody out in this video, so I'm not talking about anybody specific. You're not probably the only person I talk to, I promise. You're not the only one. So with that, a lot of people don't want to be helped when it comes to their marriage because it's easy to leave. Trust me, I know I've been through it all my life. This is the most stable relationship I've ever been in because I was not a faithful woman. I was in relationships left and right, but I was not faithful. I didn't have the spirit of love and faithfulness. I can't wait to tell that testimony to get you guys to understand this woman that you're looking at is not who I used to be. And even though I'm not even all the way there yet and I'm still working out some kinks, my understanding is being enlightened. So how I used to do things are starting to change. Okay? And we have to do this in marriage. How do we go through this thing? The Lord teaches us how to deal with other people. Not to be spiteful towards one another. Not to go to bed angry. All of this stuff happens so much in marriage, especially in this quarantine thing. A lot of divorces. I know a lot of people divorcing right now and losing their relationships or wanting to leave and just getting fed up because you're kind of on top of one another. I hear a lot of women pointing that finger, and it's always, he's doing this, he's doing that, and he's doing that. And I understand he might be. He might just be wicked. He might just be controlling. He might be everything in the book. But my question is, what are we going to do about it? Okay? I'm a solution person. I think we should find solutions other than finding problems and complaining about them all the time. Otherwise, you might as well give up. Throw in the towel. Throw in the towel if that's the case. And I mean that with all sincerity. Because why are you wasting your time? You either going to build up or build it down. Break it down. Build it up or break it down. And if the Lord tells us to be an example, right? He said if your husband is not, in the word or not operating in the word, be an example. I hear a lot of, well, I prayed, I fasted already, I did this already, I did that, and it's not working. So you mean to tell me prayer and fasting doesn't work. That's a lie from the pits of hell. Faith is what a lot of you women need when it comes to building up your marriage. A lot of you lost faith in it. You don't think it's going to get better, so you give up on trying. Those hardest things that you have in your marriage that you want to change, it's going to come from you. Stop waiting on him to do something, or stop doing something for that matter. And work on you and your inside. Concentrate on you. Concentrate on your relationship with the Lord. Let the Lord be your first husband, to where you pour so much into the Lord, your husband start to get jealous of you and the Lord. And then he's like, man, let me get up on my stuff. Not to make him jealous on purpose, but just to where you spending so much time in the Word of God and in the presence of the Lord, your focus is not on him anymore, but on you and getting yourself better. So when he come at you disrespect and control and all these other issues, you know how to handle it. You know how to operate. You know, okay, you want to talk to your husband. He might be a person that is hard to talk to, right? He doesn't really have good listening skills. Pray about it. Pray to the Lord to ask to give you the words to speak and when to speak. Because we don't always speak at the right time. We want to speak in a moment of emotions being high. And then a lot of stuff comes out that shouldn't. And it'd be the wrong time because they be having their ears closed anyway, because they're concentrating on how they feel just like you. Now, I'm not trying to come here and tell you to take abuse or whatever. I know a lot of people be thinking that's what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. If you being abused and you in danger, go ahead and do what you got to do. But if you are committed and it's just some kinks in there and it might have been going on for years. It might be going on for years now. And you're stuck and you don't know what to do to fix it. It's time that you put that mirror up. Say, okay, Lord, work on me. What can I do to operate and deal with this a little bit better so then it doesn't hurt me or it doesn't bother me or what have you. And prayer and fasting comes with faith. You need to have faith in what you are doing. A lot of you think it's just going to change overnight. It's not. And if you're praying for your marriage to get fixed, be ready to get tested with it. So sometimes the enemy might come straight through your husband to you. What are you going to do? Hold your integrity. Don't lose your integrity all the time when you're dealing with someone who's not operating the way they should, or the way you think they should, for that matter. Hold your integrity. Don't stoop to that level. And if you're down and you're depressed, find somebody who's going to help pull you back up. Depend on the Lord. Let the Lord be your head and your covering. We have to stop pointing the fingers. And if we want to build, we got to start being wise. We got to start doing things differently around the house. We got to start praying first thing before you do anything. Cover your husband. A lot of you are suffering because you have bitterness in your heart. You got resentment in your heart. And it comes out in your marriage. So it's hard to fix that. Your prayers are hitting the ceiling, y'all. When you got all that stuff going on and in your heart, your prayers are hitting the ceiling. I'm letting you know. The first thing you have to do is work on you so at least you can get your prayers heard. But if you hindering, resenting, grudging, bitter, resenting, it's no wonder why we in predicaments that we are in. And I hate to say it like that, but that's the whole absolute truth. We have to start doing things differently and taking responsibility for us in our actions. Take the focus off him for a minute and just worry about you. I've been trying to teach people this for so long. I'm on year number 4 of my marriage. And it's not easy. It's not a walk in the park. Every day, it could be something else. But how am I going to deal with it today, Lord? Am I going to lash out? Am I going to cry? Am I go in my room and not talk to nobody? Be silent? Give them the silent treatment? Give them an attitude? Look at them crazy? Want to give up? Pack my stuff knowing dang well I ain't going to... How am I going to deal with it? We have to learn how to do this a little bit better, you guys. I'm going to make a series about this so we can keep discussing it and keep talking about it, because this is a serious problem with the service of God and the remnant, okay? But I didn't want it to come off like this, but it's time for change. And that's why I'm here. So I got running out of time, these videos. So if you need to, somebody to reach out to, somebody to intercede, please reach out to me so we can move forward. Because one thing is just like stand in the gap. I don't mind standing in the gap for anybody's marriage, because I would want somebody to stand in the gap for mine. Love you guys. I'll see you guys later.